came across this video called Motion Graphics for Beginners in Fusion. I think like going into this little exercise was really fun. So it's finally complete. I'm going to print this out. Yeah, I really like how this one turned out. This was my first print. This sudden change in art style may be a bit daunting for the both of us. Hello! Welcome to another studio vlog. If you missed my previous vlog, I had this concept of Chika stumbling upon a secret garden. I made a bunch of thumbnail concepts to refining the sketch and even putting down colors to start. But since this idea was already within the secret garden, I wanted her to begin her journey just before entering it. So I made this little concept of Chika meeting this caterpillar who guards this entrance to the hidden realm. And so in this vlog, I'll be continuing where I left off from rendering of my current illustration called The Secret Entrance. But before that, I'll be doing a simple warm-up sketch, kind of like a doodle, of this idea that was left in the comments of my previous vlog. Someone suggested Chika as a knight who meets this baby dragon, and I thought that since I was already on that caterpillar doodle, I thought of just adding some wings to the caterpillar to make it look like this caterpillar dragon hybrid. The moment I read the suggestion, I had this vivid imagery of a helmet that fits Chika's entire body, so I immediately doodled it down. And the following day I just started doodling this idea that the dragon simply adores Chika so much, even though Chika is really anxious and a not so brave knight. Kind of like that dynamic of Donkey and the dragon from Shrek. I think it's really cute. Anyway, what do you guys think about this cute mug my sister gave me? I've been eyeing on this mug for a while now, and it was this limited edition cup from Luckin Coffee and Butter Bear. So it was during Christmas of last year, but you'd have to buy this bundle drink and you'd receive this free mug. But apparently I missed the promotion just by a few days, and I regretted not getting the mug when I first saw it. As it turns out, someone else was selling this cup on Carousel, and even then I still debated on whether I should get it. But when my sister found out that I wasn't getting it, she kind of just bought it in secret and gave it to me as a surprise. So thank you so much for this cup. I really love it. It's like a color changing mug, so if you add hot water to it, it'll transition to yellow. Anyway, let's continue where we left off. So in the previous vlog, I've just started refining the bushes and added some clovers on the ground, but I just wanted to refer to this art book that I had. It's called Tips to Make You Want to Draw by Seiji Yoshida. And there was this section in the book where it shows how the layering of the leaves work. After that, I moved on to the stairs. I kind of wanted more personality on the stairs, with some cracks and showing more of its like uneven steps. I also had to consider how light bounced off of each step and how it still reflects some light off in the shadowy areas, as well as adding some blue to kind of just add some of that sky reflection. I really like that coppery red as like a texture on the steps. So yeah, during this part of the stairs, I referenced a lot of pictures from Pinterest and just trying to wrap my head around ambient lighting and all that. Next, I moved on to the door and the overall entrance. I added some vines on the opposite side of the wall, as well as some shadows that's being casted on the door. Moving on to the wall. Initially, I wanted a completely bricked up wall, but I thought that it was too much and like it was already covering the entire artwork. since the foreground takes up so much space already, like the bushes and the stairs, as well as that tree. So I thought of just leaving some space for like the sky, and I thought, oh, like why not just make it like this rundown bricked wall. I thought that the rundown look with the missing bricks would give it some character. I also like the idea that the blinding light from the hidden realm just shines through the cracks. I think it gives this very like mysterious glowing aura. Hi friends! So in the middle of rendering this current artwork, I was getting a bit bored and, I'm not gonna lie, a bit tired, so I decided to take a break and kind of just search up free softwares that's similar to Adobe After Effects. And one of the recommendations was DaVinci Resolve Fusion, and I realized that the software that I'm currently using to edit my videos, which is DaVinci Resolve, also has its own built-in motion graphics software built in. So I kind of just like played around, searched up a tutorial for me to try, and yeah, I came across this video called Motion Graphics for Beginners in Fusion by 𝚘𝚙𝚎𝚗. So he just went over very quickly about text animation and nodes and all that. I was a little bit intimidated by it looking at it the first time, but it's kinda understandable. It's pretty like straightforward. It's kind of like groups. I think I like to think of it as like groups and like layers, and yeah, there's so much for me to explore under Fusion and doing different types of motion graphics. So this was like a very fun exercise for me to do, even though it was just like out of boredom. I think learning a new skill out of boredom is even more memorable. I feel like you can absorb the information a lot more just because like you're already curious, and once you satisfy that curiosity, you kind of just remember it better. At least that's just my experience. So yeah, I think like going into this little exercise was really fun and it kind of just like puts my mind off of rendering for a bit and just play around with other creative technical skill that I could try. Yeah, so I don't know, it's just a little thing that I just wanted to update you guys on. It's just silly, a little silly project that I just wanted to try. I'm in the middle of doing the details for the brick wall, and I'm like referencing from this book that I have. It is called Tips to Make You Want to Draw, and there's this little section here where it shows how light bends on this brick, and yeah, and all these little details and whatnot. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it here because there's a lot of bricks, so I'll just see where I can put them. I think if I add too many details, it'll be pretty redundant because the focus is gonna be here anyway. So yep, I think I'll just, yeah, that's just like my thought process as I'm like referencing this. So yeah. Anyway, here I'm adding some texture to the brick wall, like some dents and cracks along the edges. I know I said I wouldn't put so much detail, believe me, I didn't, but like here it may seem like I'm adding a lot. Finally, we move on to rendering Chika and the caterpillar. So for these two characters, I wanted that outlined style, which is, especially for Chika, iconic to her design. And I wanted to like represent that childlike doodle with a thick line art. So, and same goes for the caterpillar, a thick line art to show its non-threatening appearance and like a more like friendly shape. I really like the idea of this contrasting look between like a cute character within this realistic realm. I think moving forward, I wanted Sunkissed Valleys to feel somewhat real, but also comforting, knowing that Chika is just this silly little girl slash chick, and yet exploring a world that's so intricate in its design. I hope I'm putting this into words properly in a way that you can understand, because I'm not really good with words. I'm just babbling whatever that comes to mind, so... And lastly, I added some details like dust particles and an overlay layer for like a textured finish to the entire illustration. So after completing the entire illustration, I already had all the layers separated from the beginning, so I thought of doing a little silly animation on Fusion. Not quite like the motion graphics, but there's supposedly a tool on Fusion called the Warp tool. Essentially, if you know After Effects, it's basically like the puppet pin tool, where it makes anchor points on an image and you can animate whichever parts you want to make movements on. But apparently it was like under the paid version of Fusion, so that tool wasn't available for me to attempt that animation here. But that's okay. Here I am just playing around with the transform tool, swaying the vines and its shadows left and right, and adding some movement to Chika looking up at the caterpillar as it moves down towards her. So it's finally complete. I'm going to print this out and see how the colors turned out, and maybe do some adjustments to the colors. Yeah, oh gosh, I'm so excited. So I have with me two papers. This is in 230 GSM and this is in 300. I also have one in 250, but I think I just want to see the difference between these two qualities. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's really pretty. Maybe a bit too yellow? No, I think it's fine. Wait, let me show you. What do you think? I think the colors turned out really nicely. And yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with it. This is on the 230 GSM, so I'm gonna try it on the 300. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. So this paper that I'm using is from a different brand, so it's not like completely matte. It has like a slight glossy feel to it. So there are some weird streaks in the printing. Maybe I should change the settings for this one, because in the printing preview I set the paper settings to presentation paper matte. Maybe I should change it to like semi-glossy. Maybe there'll be a difference. Okay, the way it came out just now was kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, you know, for some reason, when it was on the presentation matte paper setting, it was a lot better. I don't know why it's still a bit more... It's more streaky here, I don't know why, but yeah, it's so strange. It has that weird streaks to it. It's a shame because, like, oh my goodness, because this is the only brand that has 300 GSM thickness. The quality of this paper is good, and I usually use this paper for my bookmarks, so it's more sturdy, but it's not so great on prints. So I don't know why, but like all the details aren't as nice as the ones on this more flimsy paper. Yeah, I really like this brand. It's a shame that it doesn't come in like 300 GSM thickness, but you know what, that's okay. But like overall, I think the colors are pretty much the same, except for on the glossy, this is the glossy one, on the glossy setting it's more contrasting, I guess. It's darker than the rest of the one that I set in presentation paper matte. I guess you could also see that this paper is more warm and this is more cool, so I guess that also plays a big part in the whole printing thing. So yeah, but it's fine. I think I'll try printing this on my 250 GSM and see how that turns out. This is the second printing with the overlay. I hope the camera can catch that. But there's like a little bit of grain on the wall as well as on the caterpillar, and I really like that effect, so I think I'm keeping it. And yeah, this one's on the 230 GSM, while this is on the 300. Even when I enlarge the photo, it's still kind of streaky. I don't know why it does that on this brand, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be printing my prints on this paper, which is a shame because I really like the thickness of it for prints. But it's okay, I think I'll just still use this for like bookmarks and all that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna print it on 250 GSM on this paper brand. So yeah, let's see how that turned out. I really like how it turned out, but I think I will print another one, but without the green, just to see. I think I really like the cleaner look without the green filter on Chika and the caterpillar on this one. So I think I might try and edit that out. I'm gonna do that really quickly. yeah, I really like how this one turned out. Like, I added more glow to it, and also just putting the overlay green layer on only the brick wall. And yeah, I think I'm really happy with the way this one turned out. Maybe a bit too much glow. I don't know, what do you guys think? I like it, but it can be a bit much, so I might change that in the future. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with the entire process of making this. Yeah, it's kind of like seeing two rendering style. One has a more outline look, whereas the background is more rendered. Personally, I really like this duo together. Yeah, it's just a style that I've been wanting to lean towards more this year. So yeah, I think I'm really proud of this one, considering exactly last year this was my first print. I just decided to go for a more cutesy, light feel to it. I also really like the mystery feel behind this fantasy theme. Not my usual color schemes, but it's still sticking to the green and yellow vibe. Either way, I really like it. And I hope you guys like it too. This sudden change in art style may be a bit daunting for the both of us, but it has always been on my mind to start leaning towards this style, and I think this is a great start. So I'm leaning towards more of this art style for my next shop update. Hopefully I can stick to it because this is still new to me. I'm hoping to release a new shop update around end of April or like the beginning of May. In this next shop update, it'll revolve around this secret garden that Chika comes across, and yeah, just a little bit more about the world and the creatures she meets. That idea has just been sticking with me since last year, October, I think. So this is just me expanding on the idea. I think I have some sketches here that I drew. Back in December, I drew a lot of like creatures that Chika may or may not find, as well as just some places that she could be. So this is like in a forest setting, and this is Chika just on a swing just above a pond. And yeah, with all the koi fishes. It was actually from this sketch that I had the idea to turn it into this pond sketch thing. So yeah, I'll be leaning towards that kind of idea in this coming shop update. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Let me know if you guys like this new style and just the entire process of it. I'd love to know your thoughts. Sorry if this video is like a really late upload because this new style that I'm trying to adapt into is taking me some time. But I think I'll figure it out along the way, and yeah, I hope you guys can stick around to see where this new style develops. And thank you so much for staying till the end, and I hope to see you in the next one.